Harry After Healer by Harry Potter. Read by Kaiinbed. Relationship includes Draco Malfoy, Harry Potter. Additional tags include fluff, short and sweet, high after surgery, sarcastic banter, Harry Potter epilogue, what epilogue, slice of life, established relationship, married couple. Summary. Harry's loopy on potions after his procedure. Draco rather likes Harry this way, all open and innocent and awestruck. Oh, and yeah, obsessed with Draco's beauty. That part's rather nice. Do we call each other love? How long have we been together? We'll have been married 3 years next month, he replies. Merlin, I hit the jackpot, Harry exclaims, beaming. Draco stares at Harry lying quiet and still in the stiffly starched linens, watching the breath rise and fall in his chest. A mosaic of spellwork shimmers above him, pulsing faintly with the beat of his heart. A routine procedure for minor adjustments to soft tissue trauma, when the injury won't respond to ordinary healing spells. Nothing huge. Granted, it wasn't exactly a common situation. Having curse damage that resulted in precisely 2 separate tears in the ligaments of his big toe. And it wasn't exactly normal that it wouldn't respond to the ordinary course of healing spells. But it'd be fine. Draco rubs restlessly at his palm, still watching Harry. It was his big toe for Cersei's sake. Never mind that he hadn't been able to walk for weeks afterwards without grimacing and hobbling awkwardly across the room. But it had required potions with heavy side effects, and healer Tibbets had listed enough uncomfortable potentialities to make Draco forget to breathe for a moment. Did you say memory modification? Draco had asked, gasping a little, after he remembered that breathing was in fact a necessary life function, and that his lungs did indeed need to be filled with air. Right, that. Healer Tibbets nodded perfunctorily, her tight gray curls bouncing. Oh, it's quite safe, I assure you. Entirely temporary. Mr. Potter here won't suffer any long-term complications. He had merely frowned, unsettled but uncertain how to protest. A novel experience for him, really. Beside Draco, Harry shifts in the sheets, stirring slowly. He blinks blearily upward. You're awake, Draco says, reaching towards Harry's glasses and gently setting them on his face. Harry groans, squinting at Draco. Draco smiles and hands the glass of water on the side table to Harry. Have a sip. You've had a rough morning. Harry accepts the glass, hand trembling, and Draco lays his palm over the top of Harry's fingers, pushing the glass towards his lip. Before Harry takes a drink, though, he hesitates, eyes searching Draco's face. Did the healer send you? Asks Harry, finally, his voice hoarse. Draco lifts a brow. No. He wonders exactly what Harry remembers and if the potions have plunged him back into the depths of their animosity at Hogwarts. Draco hadn't thought memory modification might mean memory erasure. The potions for the procedure weren't supposed to be that strong. Harry stares intense and unrelenting. The glass still touches his lips. Draco tilts it, but Harry doesn't seem to notice. Harry's eyes burn into his, red and green against the pale, lifeless room. Finally, Harry speaks. You're the most beautiful person I've ever seen, he says, still ignoring the glass of water. Are you a model? Draco is shocked into a laugh. No, he says, and Harry fruitlessly tries to smooth his hair down, fumbling with the sedative still in his system. Who are you? My name's Draco. I'm your husband, he says. You're my husband? Merlin's arse tattoo, shit. How long? Drink the water. You're just waking up. Have we kissed yet? He asks, wide-eyed with wonderment. Draco looks pointedly down at the water. I'm not thirsty, love. Wait, do we call each other love? How long have we been together? We'll have been married 3 years next month, he replies. Merlin, I hit the jackpot, Harry exclaims, beaming. Can I see your face? He squints a bit. Whoa, your teeth are perfect, he says dreamily. Wait, turn around for a second. Someone's feeling flirty, Draco says, smirking. Harry is unfazed. After he sets down the glass on the side table, Draco does a dramatic little flourish. Like what you see then? Harry stares at him, eyes a bit glazed, focused on where Draco's arse had been only moments before. Eyes up here. Draco says, pointing at his face with a lazy spiral of his index finger. Salazar, are you 17 or 29? We're married? Harry says, and then squinting. Wait, did I give you that hickey? Draco flushes, pulling his collar a touch higher. Thought I'd glamour that, he mutters. That's when Harry's eyes catch on his hand, on a shine of an elaborate ring there. I must really like you, he says, eyes gone wide. Harry stumbles up the stairs, unsteady with the potion still slowing his reflexes. Draco guides him with a gentle hand on his back. This is our wedding day? He asks, in front of a large photograph mounted halfway up. Photograph Draco turns toward Photograph Harry with a flute of champagne in hand, smiling and murmuring something in Harry's ear. Photograph Harry throws his head back and laughs, easy and full, and they lean in for a kiss. Draco's seen it on loop for years, and will never tire of it. Harry just stares at it, transfixed. That's us, he says, reverently, as if he can't believe it. He lifts a finger and traces Photograph Draco's grin, then his own. It's us, he agrees. Harry turns to look at him with evident willpower, pulling himself away from the magnetic lure of the photo. We're married, he says, like he can't quite believe it, even still over an hour after he first woke up. We're married. Draco smiles, warmth suffusing his chest. We're married, he says simply. Harry looks up at him with huge eyes, and there's something bewildered and innocent and awed there, nothing hidden. It's almost too personal. Draco clears his throat. Now, let's get you to bed so you can properly recover. We don't want you re-injuring that toe again. Harry, who had turned back towards their laughing photo, nods easily, takes a step, and nearly face plants on the next stair. Draco catches him. Harry grins up at him and thanks, loose and pliant in Draco's arms. Merlin, you're a handful, Draco mutters, but he's smiling. Sleep now, he tells Harry as they reach the bed, as Draco tucks him in. I'll be downstairs. Call if you need anything. Harry reaches up toward Draco, eyelids already heavy and closing slowly. Good night, he says roughly. Still can't believe I'm married to someone like you. Harry lets his hand drop after his fingers brush against Draco's palm, and he snuggles into the pillow. Gorgeous, he murmurs into the pillow. Absolutely bloody gorgeous. Draco watches him for a few moments longer, his heart doing something strange in his chest, then traces the line of Harry's jaw. Sleep well, my love. Harry doesn't wake until the moon lines the curtains in the soft light. He pokes his head into the sitting room, sleep rumpled and slow. Hi. Draco looks up from the book in his lap, sets his teacup down delicately. Hey, he says, giving Harry a questioning look. Feeling all right, love? A bit like I ran face first into the wall at 9 3/4 and the bricks didn't feel like moving. Harry replies, rubbing at his eyes. Ah, so you're back with me. Draco leans back on the sofa, crossing his legs. You look it too, by the way, he says, reaching over and taking a sip of his tea. Fuck off, Harry says easily, ambling over to the sofa. Back with you. Did I leave? Not like I was going to pop out for some Nando's. He yawns, his jaw cracking. Merlin, what was in those potions anyway? Stronger than anything I've ever brewed. Well, obviously. You're abysmal at potions, he says, waving his hand dismissively. When Harry just rolls his eyes, settling into the seat cushion without saying anything further, Draco says, Oh, Cersei, you actually don't remember. He smirks into his tea. You're just making that up, Harry says, draping his legs over Draco's lap. His smirk shifts into a disturbingly feral grin, in Harry's opinion. Oh no. Lie? Me? Never. Darling, you wound me. Very funny, Draco. He steals Draco's teacup in retaliation, taking a long pull with deliberate slowness, and forces his face to stay expressionless as the astringent tannins hit his tongue. Draco prefers his English breakfast far too strong. You get, Draco says. I've made you your own cup of tea that's sitting in stasis in the kitchen. I've claimed this one, Harry says, curling around it protectively when Draco tries to snatch it back. He steals another sip. He can't help but cringe this time when he tastes the next bowl of bitter, unsweetened tea. Kitchen's too far. You absolute monster. You're a wizard for Salazar's sake. You don't even like the way I take my tea. Harry says loudly, smacking his lips with flourish. Oversteeped and undersweetened. Perfect. Mannerless cretin. I can't believe I married you. He looks up at the ceiling and shudders. What I put up with? What you put up with? Harry hands him back his tea for the last few sips. He's not cruel, after all. Not to mention, it tastes atrocious. I'd say I have it a fair bit worse. Oh, I think we both know that's not true, Draco says, holding the teacup close and eyeing him with exaggerated distrust. You've been holding out on me, in fact. Hardly, Harry scoffs, burrowing closer to Draco. Love, we both know I absolutely smother you in compliments. I'm certain you would have said that if you could have seen yourself this morning, says Draco. He sips his tea with a self-satisfied air. Did I do something stupid after the procedure? I guess they did say those potions could take hours to wear off. Draco continues drinking his tea. Okay, what did I do? Asks Harry. Draco still doesn't reply, but his smile grows smug. Harry feels a pang of worry. Come on, out with it. Draco drains the remains of his cup, peering into the bottom, before setting it aside and giving Harry a devilish grin. Harry's heart sinks. Draco extricates himself from Harry's legs, standing and pretending to stagger, clutching his heart. Oh, handsome, beguiling stranger, you must be a god of sex, for ne'er before have my eyes beheld such beauty, such glory, such grace, such stamina. Stamina? Harry splutters. Bollocks, I'm the one with stamina. Draco is unmoved. He sinks to his knees, clasping Harry's arms. Oh, you claim you are my beloved. Have I somehow won the favor of the fates, and they have delivered you unto my arms? Oh, fortune smiles upon me. Never before have I been visited by such. He is interrupted by Harry tackling him, and he hits the hardwood floor with a surprised oof. That hurt, you twat. Good, is all Harry says, his voice muffled by Draco's abdomen. He looks up. You are so dramatic. You doubt my performance? If you wanted confirmation, all you had to do was say so. He flails his legs about, barely shifting Harry's grip. Come, release me, heathen. We're watching the memory. With reluctance, Harry lets go. Draco drags him to the pensieve in the next room, pulls the silvery strand from his temple, and deposits it into the ornately carved basin. He grins, mischievous and playful, and pulls Harry towards him. They lean into the basin together and fall into the room at St. Mungo's they just left this morning. Harry glances at himself in the bed before letting his gaze rest on Memory Draco's focused attention and tender eyes, the way his fingers stutter up and down the length of his hand. Finally, the Harry in the bed stirs, moaning weakly. Okay, I was pretty out of it, Harry admits, watching as his past self glares suspiciously at Draco, seeming not to notice the glass of water at his lips. Oh, just wait. Draco squeezes his hand. It gets much, much more entertaining. Harry watches the memory unfold, steadily growing redder and redder. Eventually, the world swirls around them, and they're back in their office. Draco turns toward him, puffing up and preening, but Harry catches the undercurrent of warmth in the way he holds himself open and relaxed. The validation Draco quietly and constantly seeks, soothed and settled. I mean, I wasn't wrong, Harry says, shrugging a little, affecting nonchalance while willing the blood in his face to drain away. Draco inhales deeply through his nose to calm his laughter. No, he says. No, you most definitely were not. He pulls Harry closer with a tug of his shirt collar. I was wondering, though, Draco muses, a faint smile still upon his lips. When were you going to tell me that you found me so devastatingly attractive, Harry kisses him quiet, pulling away after a moment to murmur, I already did, didn't I? I suppose you did, at that. Harry nudges Draco's nose with his own. I love you, you prick. Draco nips at his lips before replying. I love you too. Insufferable sap. They kiss deeply, the shimmer of the pensive's reflection painting silvery shadows across their faces. You have just finished listening to Harry After Healer by Clary Potter. If you enjoyed the story, please leave them some feedback on archiveofourown.org/work/32927674. And if you enjoyed my reading of the story, you can find me on Twitter at twitter.com/Kaiinbed.